Post-fight reaction for Shushu Carrington versus Segawa. It was a good fight. I think Segawa did an excellent job coming out early, being efficient, and he was very aggressive. He tried to get uh, Carrington on the ground early in the fight. The way he was going in there and throwing combinations, he was throwing the hook. That straight left was landing all night. Carrington, like Truth said, Carrington be having trouble with that southpaws. He cannot go in there with southpaws and struggle like he's been doing. Come on, man. Like, you can't do that. The way this guy was throwing that straight left, you got to train for that kind of stuff. And I was saying that in my breakdown. I know it's easy to say that when you're not in the ring and everything else, but you got to look out for that, because that jab that Segawa got, it's not the same as what Inoue has. And Segawa's a good fighter, though. Very good fighter. For a guy from Uganda, I know they have awkward style out there, and the fundamentals ain't really always 100% impressive, but guy got some impressive style, man. They definitely starting to hone in their skills in Africa when it comes to boxing. This ain't like 20 years ago where guys had certain styles that was kind of not really fundamentally excellent. But now, those styles are kind of advanced. When you look at what Segawa was doing tonight, had a sharp jab, sharp straight left, that hook was landing. He was throwing it the right way. That right hook was definitely on point. But Carrington, he did an excellent job trying to fight in the inside, block a lot of shots. He was jabbing as well, letting that right hand land, going to the body. Gave Segawa a lot of issues. I know a lot of people gave Carrington problems, or they gave him some kind of criticism for his performance tonight. But Segawa's not a bum, man. He just had a big upset, probably the biggest upset of the year against Ruben Villa recently. So that was a good fight. So you can't really overlook what he does. And what Carrington was doing in the ring tonight, he was trying to get a knockout on a guy who was not about to get knocked out. Segawa wasn't thinking that he was going to get knocked out at all in this fight. He actually thought that he was going to do the knocking out in this fight. Like, the guy's that good. And he has a lot of power. You got to realize, Segawa was like a 122 who went up to 126 and had one of the biggest upsets. You know what I'm saying? So he definitely is a guy that you can't really overlook. And Shushu Carrington, I wouldn't say he overlooked him, but he had in his mind that, okay, I'm going to destroy this guy and go in there. And he didn't really let his hands go. You got to step to this guy, and you got to cut out the ring. And when he tries to get away, you got to make him work. I think he let Segawa off the hook way too many times, let him slip out the back door. I feel like with Shushu, you got to use that jab a lot more and let these guys run into the right hook, left hook when they're trying to escape. And that would kind of work for him. But going to the body, Segawa definitely did not like the body shots. I thought that he was going to stop Segawa to the body around the 5th or 6th round. He really hurt him bad to the body. Then after that, he really stopped doing it. He didn't really try to go to the body no more. And that definitely gave me some kind of, I don't know, man. I didn't really like that. I thought he was going to do a better job with Segawa as far as keeping him in check. But I think he did a good job boxing. It went exactly like I thought it would. So I'm not really disappointed or anything. But I hyped everything up today, and I was expecting a knockout. But in my mind and heart, I thought it was going to be a decision because I knew Segawa was coming to fight. And that's just what it was. Segawa came to fight, and he wasn't really scared or blown away or intimidated, especially after the weigh-in. He just kind of smiled and was like, I'm coming to fight. I don't care about none of this stuff. And the guy's in enemy territory. He was in Carrington's hometown, so he came to fight. He knew what time it was. And it was a very good fight. I think Carrington put on a very good performance. This is going to be a learning lesson for him that you got to break certain guys down. You can't knock everybody out. And it was a tough fight. Segawa was that tough. But I think it had more so to do with Segawa than what Carrington was doing. But he could have did a lot more things to be efficient. That body work could have put Segawa away. He ain't like that body work. He almost folded. But that's all I got.